The world is watching Geneva, but the real story may be unfolding far from the negotiating table. The United States and Iran say talks are making progress. They speak of guiding principles, of delays and deals, of diplomacy. But even as those words are spoken, Iran has fired live missiles and announced the temporary closure of the Strait of Hormuz. This is not just negotiation, this is nuclear diplomacy under the shadow of war.
US President Donald Trump has sent 50 new fighter jets to West Asia in a show of force to Iran. F-22s, F-35s, F-16s now hover over the region. This is in addition to the armada already deployed in the area. The preparations for a major offensive has reached a new level of urgency. On the other hand, Tehran responding with military preparedness of its own. Iran has announced the temporary closure of the Strait of Hormuz for live fire drills. Iran fired missiles to show its readiness. The missiles were fired from inside Iran and along its coast and struck their targets in the strait as part of large-scale maritime exercises. The Strait of Hormuz is a rare and potent signal. This strait is not just a shipping route, it is the world's energy choke point, and even the possibility of its closure is enough to send a message across global markets and into every capital that depends on oil. Adding to the show of force, Iran and Russia will conduct navy drills in the Sea of Oman and the northern Indian Ocean on Thursday. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, issued a warning, saying even the strongest army in the world can sometimes get a strong response.
It seems to them that, and the US president keeps saying this, the US army is the strongest army in the world. The strongest army in the world may sometimes get slapped so hard that it cannot stand up straight. They say, we sent a ship to Iran. Of course, a warship is a dangerous vessel, but even more dangerous is the weapon that can send it to the bottom of the sea.
The latest round of nuclear talks between the United States and Iran have concluded, and on the surface, the tone is optimistic. US President Donald Trump says Iran wants to make a deal.
I would say they're bad negotiators because we could have had a deal instead of sending the B-2s in to knock out their nuclear potential, and we had to send the B-2s. I hope they're going to be more reasonable. They want to make a deal.
Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi speaks of progress and says a new window has opened, but asserts that it is hard to trust the Americans given the past. The core issue remains unsolved. Iran refuses to discuss its ballistic missiles program, a red line. The United States insists missiles, proxies, and regional militias must be part of any deal. Washington also demands Iran end uranium enrichment completely, even at civilian levels allowed under the 2015 nuclear agreement.
But the President of the United States is very much trying to find a solution here, whether it's through diplomatic options or through another option that means that the Iranians cannot have a nuclear weapon.
The question is not just, will talks succeed? The question is whether diplomacy can survive in an era where negotiations happen with missiles in the water and warships on the horizon. Because even if there is no deal, the cost of failure could be far greater than the cost of compromise.